It recently occurred to me that not a lot of people know about multifamily syndication. That means they also don't know the kind of passive income that can be made through apartment complexes. So in this video, I'll take you guys behind the curtain and reveal how much investors are making in real live deals. Let's go over who are the people involved when it comes to operating a multifamily property. That's because those people get paid first before the investors get their share. You can think of each apartment complex as a single business or company. So let's start with the property. If you're watching this right now and you live in an apartment, yes, that's the kind I'm talking about. And then there are the property managers. They're the ones working in the leasing office, and they're directly responsible for taking care of the tenants and the property. Let's move on to the limited partners. These are the passive investors. All they do is come up with the capital to acquire the property, and then they receive mailbox money, or it goes straight to their bank, because we live in the future now. Right, Scott. And finally, there are the general partners, or GP for short. They basically put this entire deal together. So you can think of the property as Apple or Amazon. The general partners are the executives or board members of the company, and the limited partners are the investors who buy stock in Apple or Amazon. So the flow of money goes like this. When a property gets sold, it first pays all outstanding expenses. That includes the property manager. And then the bank gets paid. Once all debts are settled, the limited partner gets their share. And finally, the general partner gets their share of the proceeds. As you can see, it's in the best interest of the general partners to perform because they get paid last. Now for the moment of truth. Let's look at real life examples. Okay, this is a 172 unit property in Dallas, Texas. It was bought in September 2019 and sold in April of 2022. This deal's IRR, or internal rate of return, is 29%. Have a look at this. When the general partners were just closing on this deal back in September of 2019, their target or projected IRR was only 15%. This is common for experienced general partners. That's because they want to underpromise and overdeliver. Now, if you're wondering where am I seeing all these deals, I'm actually in the Cashflow Marketplace website. In order for you to see this for yourselves, just head on to cashflowmarketplace.com, then click Discover Sponsors or GPs. From here, you're able to see a ton of active sponsors. Let's say I want to check out this sponsor. Scroll down until you see the sponsor's track record. There, you'll find deals that the sponsor has done in the past. So let's go over more examples. Let's take this deal, the Baxter. This is a 350 unit apartment complex, bought in November of 2019 and sold in May of 2021. These are the return metrics of the deal. Now have a look at the equity multiple. This deal exited at a 2.29x equity multiple. Without diving too deep in the math, an equity multiple of 1x means you just got back your initial capital. So if you invested $100,000, you got back the same $100,000. So a 2x multiple means you got your initial $100,000 back and another $100,000 on top of that. You basically just doubled your money. Right, Scott. In the case of the Baxter, it's a little over double your money. But wait, notice this says project level return. Remember way back 2 minutes ago when I said, that's because those people get paid first before the investors get their share. That means after everyone else gets paid, what the investor actually receives, or what we call the investor level returns, will be a little bit less than the project level return. But nevertheless, you can still use this metrics to get a ballpark figure of how much investors made in this deal. Move on to the reserve. This one is 284 units, also in Austin, Texas. Now this one is a little bit similar to the Baxter, but the hold period is longer. That's 3 years and 2 months, while the Baxter is only 1 year and 6 months. This time, let's look at the annual average return, or AAR. All that is if you add all the cash flows for all 3 years and then include the proceeds from sale and spread it across 3 years, that is the rate of your return per year. Now, if you're interested in getting to know more about the sponsors and all the deals that they've done in the past, all you gotta do is ask them. So first click the follow button, then head to the following tab, where you'll find all the sponsors you followed. From there, you can email them, schedule a call, or maybe even grab a coffee if you happen to be in the same city. Whichever way you choose on reaching out to them, getting to know them is the single most important thing you need to do before doing any deals with them. In order to do that, you need to be asking the right questions. So watch this video next to find out if the sponsor is right for you.